Hello everyone. So this is our introduction video to the class, Basic English Grammar. This is an online course. Um, we will have some times where we meet all together online and have a 50-minute class all together, but most classes you will be just on your own. You'll have a module set up every week, then just go through the module. We'll have some chances to kind of talk. So we do have it online mostly, but there will be times where we all get together here on a Zoom and talk, and I'll have more information about that in an upcoming class. So let's talk about the class for a little bit. I am instructor Scott Miles. I'll tell you more about myself on the next slide, just so you have a little bit of familiarity with who is this person that is teaching the class. Now, this is my mobile phone number, my cell phone number. Most likely, if you need to contact me, and I say most likely, 90% of the time, don't call, just email. That's usually how we communicate. But I do put my cell phone number here if there is some sort of, I don't know, emergency, some sort of situation where you're trying to take a test or trying to do something, something's going wrong, and you just need to contact me very quickly. Then send me a text message. Usually I'm close to a computer and I can get in and try to help you out there. But generally, email. Email is how we communicate. Now, this is an online class, so you may not ever come into my office. I do have office hours that we meet on Zoom appointments. I'll talk more about that in a later class. But if you are on campus and want to come and talk to me, then that is my room, University Plaza B, 102. Office hours are 9 to 9:50 or by appointment. So if you're not able to come in on one of those days, send me an email. We'll make a Zoom appointment for that. All right. Now, a little bit about myself. First of all, as far as names goes, Professor Miles is probably what you will call me. That's usually what students call. Of course, you can just say Professor. Mr. Miles is okay as well. I'm a little bit on the formal side as far as students addressing me. And it's because I lived in this city here called Korea for a long time and kind of got used to that style over there. These pictures here are of 3 cities that I've lived in for some time. That first one at the top is Salt Lake City. I consider that my hometown. Went to elementary school, middle school, and high school there in Salt Lake City. I did live in Las Vegas. That's the picture down the left. I lived in Las Vegas for about 3 years, and that was an interesting time. And then for 14 years, I lived in South Korea. That picture there is of Seoul. There's the Seoul Tower there up at the top. And I lived in Seoul for about 8 years, and then another city called Daegu for about 8 years. And I taught in universities there, and that was right before I came to Dixie State University. Of course, now that is where I am, Dixie State. I have been here in the St. George area, here at Dixie State University since 2014. Love it here. Came here with my family back in 2014, and we love the area, and this is our home. This is my new hometown, the St. George area. And then this is my family here. So it's my wife, Yunsuk Moon. She is Korean. I met her while I was teaching in Korea. We got married there. I had all 3 of my children there in Korea, and there they are. Alyssa is right next to my wife. She is 17 years old, at least at the time of this video. And then the other 2 are twins. So there's Brandon on the right, and then there's Sierra right in the middle. And they are twins, obviously not identical twins. And then at the bottom here is our cute little dog. And her name is Roxy. She is a red standard poodle, and we love her a lot. If you come here to my office on the weekends, I sometimes am here with some of my children and my dog. Sometimes we come in here when I work. All right. So anyway, it's nice to get to know you. I'm looking forward to meeting, or getting to know, I should say, getting to know all of you as well, and hope we can have a good class. Let's talk about the class. Okay, so for the class, as this is an online course, Canvas is where you will go for the course, almost for the whole thing. There are some Zoom links, but you also find them on the Canvas website. So that's the link there. If you have this video, you've already been here and must have already been able to get in with your username and password. But if you do have any trouble with the Canvas website, of course you contact me and we try to figure it out. It's a very important website to have. Come here often. I have the class updates here, the announcements. Now the announcements should go directly to your Dixie email, so check your Dixie email regularly. Some students do not, but you need to get in that habit. The syllabus is up here. I'm going to talk a little bit about the syllabus today, but there's a lot more important information that's there on the website that you should take a look at. Now this is where you'll do most of the coursework. Your online homework will almost only be here on the Canvas site. The Zoom links, so the times that we do have the synchronous class where all of us get together during a specific time, you'll find the links to that Zoom platform there, and that's where we hold our online class. The chapter tests are also found on Canvas. At the end of every chapter there is a test, and you can always check your grades. I update the grades every week, so you can always go and just see how you're doing, make sure you're not getting behind. So check in often. Check into the Canvas site often there. And there's a little screenshot of the front page. It's not so pretty, but you know, as you can see, that's got the main things that you need to do the class. Okay, the course objectives. So what are we trying to do with this class? It's basic grammar, so there's probably nothing very surprising here, but the first objective is for you to produce written and verbal English that is grammatically accurate at the basic level. So written and verbal English, English in your writing, English in your speaking. And it is basically correct at a little bit of a lower level, not difficult grammar, but the basic grammar. You need to get that accurate. And that's most of what our class is right there. Assess the accuracy of written English that uses various aspects of basic grammar. Basically, this just means if I show you some sentences with some basic mistakes, you can see the mistakes, you can fix the mistakes. That's what this means, getting good at editing grammar mistakes. And develop increased fluency in written and verbal English. Just learn the grammar and have it start to come out a little bit faster, a little bit easier. All right, so that's what we're doing in this class. Now for the grading. The online assessment or online assignments is a big part of it, 20%. There's a lot of quizzes and a lot of writing assignments. That's what we work with a lot over there. In-class writing and attendance. So the times where we do have a class where we all get together, you need to be there at the right time. And there's some assignments that are there, some writing that you could only do in the live class. Not a whole lot. That's only 10%. But still it's an important 10%. The chapter tests. At the end of every chapter you'll take a test. This will be on the Canvas site. It'll be a proctor's test, so you won't be able to have any help from someone else. And they are a lot. There are a lot of the points for this class, 30%. Midterm and the finals are the big ones though. That's 40% of the entire grade. Now as we get ready for the midterm, we will practice for this, get you ready for it, but you got to be able to produce good grammar and then see grammar and fix it. That's basically what the tests are about. Now to pass this class, you need a B or a higher grade. That's 83% for this class. If you do not have an 83% at the end of the semester, then you have to take the basic class again. You have to repeat the basic grammar class. If you cannot get 83%, you are not ready to go to the intermediate grammar class. Okay, here is my big advice. Don't get behind. Now this is very easy to get behind in an online course because no one's looking at you, no one's talking to you every day. It's up to you to go to the Canvas site, see what you have to do, get it done, submit the work. If you get behind even 1 week, that's when trouble really starts. You just can't get behind. Roughly 20% of the students need to retake this class each semester. That's for every 5 students, one of them does not pass, has to repeat it again. That's still 4 who passes. It's not that difficult of a class, but I always have some students who just have to take it 2 times, sometimes even 3 times. And it's always the same thing, not doing the homework, getting behind in the class. That's almost always the case. Check your to-do list daily. So every week there are a lot of assignments for you to go through. Make sure you check that. Sometimes I might change some things, so don't just assume you know. Go in and check, make sure you know what to do. Avoid submitting late work. 2 problems with late work. One is you get a minus points always if you do it late. So already that's a minus thing there. And then you're just getting behind in the class. When we do certain grammar, the next day we go to some new grammar, and you just can't get behind it. It's hard to catch up. Review the grammar charts that are covered in the class. So we talk about the things we show in the videos. We have some times where we talk together as a class about it, but it's up to you to go back and check it again. It's up to you to go back and keep checking to make sure you don't forget what you've learned. Staying on schedule. If you stay on the schedule, the 10 things you have to do every week, you get all 10 of them done, right? If you stay on schedule, your stress level is half, your results are double. That's just how it always is, and I think you already know this. Just do what you can to stay up on it, and just everything is much easier. And most importantly, you learn. That's why you're here, right? You're here to learn this. You are taking this class because you need English. And so, yeah, it's not some course that you think, oh, why do I have to take this? I'm never going to use this. No, you're absolutely going to use this. So just don't get behind. Make this a high priority. All right. Were you paying attention? I always like to end my videos with this one. Here were some of the main things that I said. Not all of it, but some of the main things. What grade do you need to pass the class? I gave a specific grade. Do you remember? You need to know it. If not, go back and check. What percentage of students usually have to retake the advanced ESL courses? I have a little mistake here. It says advanced. Really, it's just any of the ESL courses, including the basic. If you can't remember, go back and see that percentage, and don't be one of those students. What is the main advice for students to do well in the class? That was the slide right before. If you can't remember, go back. I want to check that. All right. We do work hard in the class. We've got a lot of things to learn, and we just need to get you to a higher level. But if you're active and you're staying on the schedule, you will get it. It's how it always goes. You will get it. And yeah, you'll just be happier with everything. All right, I look forward to meeting you all. And yep, let's have a good class. Bye-bye.